How's everyone today? I hope well. Um, in this video, I wanted to touch on something that's been on my mind, and that is the issue with Elon Musk. And I was a big fan of Elon Musk and the Tesla car, and Elon Musk gets a lot of good press because he appears to be a businessman that is for preserving the earth, that is not about exploiting the earth. But when I listen to his plans for being a for human beings being a multi-planetary species by colonizing Mars, there's a very serious issue with this proposition. First, we've already discussed in a video in which I gave a response to Stephen Hawking making claims that we need to find another planet to live on, and he said due to humanity having less than 100 years to before we face our demise or become are to a point that it's impossible to reverse. And I'm going to use that same argument here because it applies, even though it's a slightly different situation. But in both these luminaries, public figures that are luminaries in their respective fields, have basically suggested that human beings live on another planet. Now, it looks cool in the movies. Star Trek and Star Wars has given us this mind that we human beings, we've done everything else. We've done accomplished so many things. Why not try to live on another planet? Well, first off, why? Why are we trying to live on another planet? What is the value in living in another planet? Now, I heard Neil deGrasse Tyson, state that, and though he's against terraforming another planet, he said, why can't we? 'Cause I've heard him say, why do that when we can terraform here? But he also did reveal, and this is the problem with all these people who are for this project, he also revealed the motivation behind supporting such an endeavor as being an interplanetary species. It was for the cool factor, simply so we can brag about being a multi-planetary species. Listen, if we didn't have so many problems in society on Earth, I would have no problem with wanting to be an interplanetary species. But even before we get to the problems in our society on Earth and why that's a bad idea in regards to that, let's go first with the physical reasons, the physics, when it comes to physics, why this is and objective truth, why it is not meant for us to be an interplanetary species. First off, if nature meant us to be an interplanetary species, we would have been born that way. That's the first point. Second point is, have you noticed that there's something on this planet called gravity? In fact, if you strip away all the decor and the decoration and the beauty of Earth and just look at the conditions and the terms that we live under on this planet, you would quickly realize that we're on a prison planet. You would quickly realize that despite our ability to blast rockets into outer space and deliver satellites into orbit, as well as space stations human beings are essentially trapped on planet Earth. There is no other planet that can produce the atmosphere that supports this lush array of life within our solar system. Not to mention the distances measured in light years between each planet in our solar system. Beyond our solar system, it's even more difficult to get to those planets. So, also, there is no other life that is currently living that has been found on any other planet but Earth. So, there are multiple reasons why, not just based on opinion, but based on the fact of the way life experience is set up for us. Why it is nonsensical for Elon Musk, with all due respect, to propose such a notion. In fact, at this point, considering the man is a genius, that is what he's being promoted as, right? As a genius. Then I would say that this is a very disingenuous promotion by him, or he's allowed his ego and his emotions to cloud his judgment. It is clear that this would be a waste of resources. Now, moving along to why this is bad on a societal level. You know how much resources it takes, or it would take, for us to become an interplanetary species, to move things back and forth between Earth and Mars? A long time and very expensive. It would take a lot of resources that could be put to much better use, fixing problems in society here on planet Earth. It is my proposal that before we even think about becoming a interplanetary species, if Mr. Musk really seeks to do something great, something that's never been done by any genius previous before him, what he should do, if he really wants to impress the rest of us objective thinkers, or see the rest of us who see things for the way things really are, what he could do to really impress me is fix the problems of society, especially the Western society. Because since we are the precedent for the world in social order, then it is only right that we should be striving to be the best society we can be always. And seeking to become an interplanetary species before we've even solved that major issue that divides us, I just think is counterintuitive, and for all those other reasons, nonsensical. So for those reasons, I am fundamentally and unequivocally in disagreement with Elon Musk and his proposal for human beings to become an interplanetary species on the planet of Mars. Thank you.